Okay, so these are two fictional characters that I am partially inclined with. I would not say I'm a fan, but I understand the cultural significance of both of these characters. They both happen to be canines. And they're animated canines from cartoons. I'm pretty sure that's where they made their debut. Both Scooby-Doo and Courage is a Cowardly Dog will now face off in a dogfight. You see what I did there? Yeah, I'm good at this, bro. I do this all the time, you know what I'm saying? Ow! But alright, so okay. Scooby-Doo versus Courage. Okay. Brief history run back. Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I didn't like finish the show. I know there's like the old show that's very campy and stuff like that, and then there's obviously the newer ones, right? Where basically Shaggy's pulling every dime piece in the show, and he's like an absolute rizzler. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Fred is like the hero. You know what I'm saying? Like he was so good, right? And then we're always gonna collectively ignore the fact that Velma ever existed. We're not gonna acknowledge it, which is kind of contradictory because I just did. So, but we only fuck with the original and the OG cartoons that I grew up with. Now I can't say that I watched it fully, but it was probably on TV, and then I watched it. But obviously I'm not like, I don't know about the lore and stuff. I just know they're teenagers, and they got this hippie van. Shaggy's a stoner, and they got a talking dog, and they solve mysteries for some fucked up reason. And I'll get you goddamn meddling kids and your fucking dog too. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, oh yeah, I also spank it regularly to Velma. But honestly, Daphne's underplayed. Like, she's bad too, you know what I'm saying? Both of them are. I didn't have to share that much. But anyways, that was Scooby-Doo. Oh yeah, also, I got Krispy Kreme a couple weeks ago, and it came in like this cool Halloween-themed Scooby-Doo box. So that's cool. They also had like Halloween-themed. They had this donut called the Mystery Machine. So obviously they did a collab with Scooby-Doo, right? Once again, the cultural significance of Scooby-Doo. We all know it, you know what I'm saying? Basically all there is about Scooby-Doo in my life. And Courage, yeah, I definitely watched it as a kid, but obviously not like every single episode in sequential order. You know what I'm saying? I just watched it whenever it was on the TV. And one thing we can all agree, those who grew up during my era, so that'd be 2002 when they were born. The last few elite years of birth for children. One thing we can all agree on is that this show was unhinged. Alright, it was definitely unorthodox. There was some shit that I don't know what the hell the people who were making the show were on, but whatever they were on, I need it now. Because it freaked me the shit out. Okay, I was shitting bricks when I was watching that show. Like, me as a kid, or any kid really, if you're a kid and you get at least spooked by this, or chill down your spine while watching this show, Courage the Cowardly Dog, then you're probably like a serial killer. You probably got kids in your basement at the moment, right? Because they made an effort to make sure that it was like a really creepy show, you know what I'm saying? But Courage and Scooby-Doo, who's gonna win? What are my predictions before the synopsis? I don't know. See, the thing is, but they're both cartoon characters, right? Which is why they have the, what's the term? Toon Force? Is that what it's called? Toon Force? No, it's called something else. They even mentioned in Across the Spider-Verse. Hammer Space? I think it was Hammer Space, right? Yeah. Where basically, because you're a cartoon character, all laws of reality and physics are unknown to you. They do not exist to you because reality is whatever you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So since they're both cartoon characters, it's hard to say who is going to win because they both essentially have hammer space. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Courage has been through more shit. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, in almost every episode, once again, it's been a while since I've seen the show, but I think on almost every episode, these weird entities are trying to get rid of the guy and, like, kill him in some pretty, like, blunt and blatant ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm trying to end you, dog. I'm trying to put you in the dog pound. Or at least underneath it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas for Scooby-Doo, it's more like, you know, like, oh, you scared me and I'm going to run away, and we eventually win at the end, right? The Mystery Gang, you know what they're called? Mystery Gang? They always win at the end. Right? They always catch the motherfucker. He's like some retired high school teacher or some shit. I don't know. So I don't know. I mean, without any information about these characters, I'd probably say Courage, to be honest. because that motherfucker got balls of steel, and it says in his name. Even though he shits brick all the time, but he makes sure that his house doesn't go flying away, and he makes sure that his owners don't die either. So I mean, my guy is good, and he goes through every episode this exact same way. You got to give him some respect, okay? But right now we're gonna find out who the fuck is who and who's gonna win. 3, 2, 1.
This episode of Death Battle sponsored by Shady Rays. Scooby-Doo, the miraculous mutt from Mystery Incorporated.
Courage, the cowardly dog straight out of nowhere.
Canis familiaris, man's best friend, the dog. No animal companion has stood by humanity's side as long or as loyally.
Even, and maybe especially, these two yellow-bellied...
They had a crossover. How nice is that?
Or dogs. He's whiz now.
I actually have 2 cats.
And it's our job to
Should have had a
analyze
dog.
their weapons,
Fuck
armor,
this.
and skills to find out who
They're such
will win
assholes, you know, my
Death
cats.
Battle.
Fuck them.
Throughout the ages, countless philosophers have posited the same question time and time again.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
I like that. I understand the meme, yeah.
From cartoons to comics, from video games to board games, from live theater
To the most incredible major motion picture of all time.
It really is.
He's the greatest Dane
It really
since
is.
Hamlet.
But his monumental presence in popular culture belies his humble origins.
Yep.
Born to
Significant, you know what
Mumsy
I'm saying?
and Dada-Doo in Dewsville, USA.
Dewsville ain't what it used to be ever since they moved all those manufacturing jobs to Bangladesh.
The young Scoobert was adopted by the Rogers family and their prodigal gluttonous son, Norville, better known by his friends as Shaggy.
Those friends being Velma Dinkley, Daphne Blake,
Nice.
Fred Jones, and sometimes...
Scrappy.
With their powers combined, they are Mystery Incorporated, a cadre of snot-nosed teenagers traveling the Nixon-era United States in a cushed-up Volkswagen, foiling seemingly paranormal crimes and unmasking corrupt authority figures.
All of whom definitely would have gotten away with it too if it weren't
For those meddling kids, yeah.
and their dog.
Scooby is indispensable in Mystery Inc. investigations. Great Danes were bred by 17th century German nobility to hunt bear, boar, and deer, which means he's a master tracker. Scooby's super sniffer nose can root out the bad guys no matter how well hidden.
They were called Kamerhunda, or chamber dogs, because they stay in their prince's chambers and protect them from assassins. Such
Nice.
brave, fearless doggos.
Too bad for Shaggy and the gang, the apple didn't just fall far from the tree, it defied the laws of Newtonian physics and rocketed into space at the speed of light, because Scooby is an absolute coward.
He's an absolute
He's
pussy.
terrified of his own shadow and constantly anxious about everything imaginable. And his only motivation is his delicious Scooby snacks.
Which makes it so baffling that he's actually kind of a badass.
Scooby's a master of the dupe, a classic technique of cartoon tricksters.
Yep.
Sometimes called the power of positive assertion. Scooby flexes his mastery of disguise to fool would-be attackers, like seducing zombies as a belly dancer,
Oh,
or
God.
tricking a jester into entering an
I'm sure someone's into that, you know? The most fucked
This
up
man
thing.
was so thoroughly convinced to rethink his entire life, he went all the way home and got into bed before realizing he'd been fooled.
Obviously, these disguises shouldn't work at all, but Scooby's just so supernaturally talented, they just do.
He's just manifesting it.
Example, no one in their right mind would think that that's anyone but Boomstick in an awful wig and makeup.
That's my mom.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. If those disguises sound completely impossible, that's because they are. You might have thought of the Scooby-Doo series as being pretty grounded with all its men in masks, but then one day, the mask did not come off.
Oh, shit.
That's right. It's terror time again. The monsters started being real, and Scooby became just as bonkers to match. Like, remember those Scooby snacks? They started to give him a physical boost in
Popeye.
strength, kind of like Popeye's spinach.
Called
That's
it.
nothing. Shaggy's brilliant uncle, Albert Shackleford, upgraded those snacks with nanite technology, giving them a variety of different effects.
There's no
Everything
way.
from invisibility,
Damn, he got
robotic
jacked.
armor, force field, super intelligence, and Panther!
Yeah, nanomachines, dog.
Nanomachines,
And we're just
son.
getting started. He can stretch and squash his body any way he likes, even duplicating himself or regenerating from damage.
Like being chopped into pieces, crumbling into dust, or just blowing up.
His soul was literally scared out of his body, and both his body and soul kept going at the same time. That doesn't make sense.
He can appear in multiple places at once, ignore the laws of gravity.
Like I said, hammer
find
space,
time
right?
with his time scepter or super speed, draw things into existence, and mess with the plot of his own show.
So basically, whatever SpongeBob can do, he can do
Spooky
too.
for him. He'll just cut to commercial break.
He's also got weapons like the Super Spooker 3000, a gun that instills fear into the hearts of man.
And no, not like an actual gun. It literally shoots fear.
Or the Chest of Demons, an ark containing 13 monstrous ghosts.
Ghosts!
Should you be trapped within its grasp, your body and soul will be imprisoned in everlasting torment in this heretofore undiscovered 10th circle of hell.
Damn, Scooby!
Scooby-Doo has dodged laser beams and electromagnetic waves, survived being at the epicenter of an explosion that blew up time, and successfully performed the Zabriskie Triangle with Shaggy and Maddie Ziegler.
The Zabriskie Triangle is a dance so unbelievably dangerous that even imperfect executions have caused widespread destruction.
When performed perfectly, it was so beautiful it literally lit up the entire universe and blew up the enormous snow globe containing it. It makes sense if you watch the show. Actually, no, it doesn't.
Taking this literally, we can measure the volume of the broken
What is
glass
going on?
compared to the size of our entire cosmos within it. In order to shatter what is essentially an enormous glass superstructure, each dancer would have to be generating enough energy to destroy our universe 11 quintillion times over.
What the hell was that?
Maddie Ziegler is a universe buster.
With Scooby-Doo as their nigh omnipotent mascot, Mystery Incorporated has saved the world from alien invasions, wielded the power of a yellow lantern ring, and was even made
course
a
they
member
did.
of the mystery analysts of Gotham.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Batman himself.
Yeah, they did a
Yes,
crossover.
Batman,
Remember that.
the world's greatest detective, recognizes Scooby's skills.
Even facing down and defeating the evil entity, an eldritch dark god, and surviving its death, which rewrote all of reality.
I know! Ridiculous shit like this happens
You
in
know,
cartoons all the time.
Talking dog that crossed over with the Harlem Globetrotters and Don Knotts defeated Satan. No biggie.
So, where is Scooby-Doo? He's solving mysteries and saving the world with his found family.
Also, he's an alien.
Wait, what?
Makes so much sense.
We interrupt this program to bring you Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Abandoned as a pup, he was found by Muriel, who lives in the middle of nowhere with her husband, Eustace Bagg.
But creepy stuff happens in nowhere.
It's up to Courage to save his new home.
Stupid Wiz, you made me look bad. Ooga booga booga!
You're breathing on me. Get away.
Sorry. What? Who wouldn't be excited
Jack.
for one of animation's
Look how
mightiest
jacked he
months?
is.
Courage is an adorable pink beagle with a heart of gold and an undying love for his doting Scottish mistress.
Beagles are hair hunters with intense separation anxiety, excellent senses of smell, and a set of lungs that'll knock your socks off. All of which fits Courage to a T, especially the howling part.
To be fair, Courage has a lot to howl about. Nowhere USA is a magnet for interdimensional
It's actually called Nowhere.
weirdness,
Okay.
attracting some of the strangest freaks in the world.
Like master criminals, cats, and LaQuack, mattress demons, mummies, weremoles, mad scientists, gods and goddesses, aliens, robots, alien robots, this chicken, the king of flan, and of course, the United States government.
Fuck.
Poor Courage is absolutely terrified of all of it. But his devotion to Muriel means he'll always step up and fight.
That's what makes him a goat. You know what I'm saying?
He's kind of a genius. He's a brilliant engineer capable of whipping up the most devious of traps almost instantly. And he's got an unending supply of tools. at
Hammer
his
space.
disposal.
Everything from his trusty mallet to grappling hooks, ray guns, flamethrowers, chainsaws, bombs, beagle-sized cannons, yo-yos, a mind control helmet, vampire hunting gear, and the God Bone.
An ancient artifact that is
I
completely
knew it.
irresistible
I know
to
they
the
hustle godly powers. Of course they
forcing them
do.
to lick it until
Every
they
cartoon
die.
character has it.
Except for Courage, of course. I guess if you have the willpower to stare down a gigantic purple foot monster,
What the fuck is that?
you can resist even
That looks
the
like-
most
that looks
delicious
like-
of treats.
Nightmare.
And he can pull all of this stuff out of his ass anytime he wants. He always has exactly what he needs.
All thanks to his computer named Computer.
Of course.
A sentient desktop which knows almost anything and everything. Even
Sounds
though
about
he
right,
has
yeah.
a bit of an attitude about it.
Which means he's always prepared, especially when he can shapeshift his body into literally anything he can think of.
From inanimate objects to monsters to different animation mediums entirely. Courage usually uses this as a form of charades to communicate with others, but don't get it twisted. These aren't just visual animation.
Right, he can actually
His
do it.
body is actually shapeshifting.
Yep.
Courage's body is a canvas upon which his imagination runs wild. He can stretch to crazy lengths, shrink to microscopic sizes, turn invisible, appear anywhere he wants, or duplicate himself.
He's also effectively immune to damage. Oh, he still feels pain, but apparently his sheer terror overrides it.
Like the times he tore
Such a
himself in
badass.
half, or turned himself fully inside out. The dude somehow vaporized.
How is this a kid show, bro? What the fuck? I just saw like his organs, dog.
And he just hopped back good as new.
Classic cartoon shenanigans, but technically anatomically correct. Until it isn't. Courage can create objects from his imagination and often breaks the fourth wall, directly addressing the audience.
Now, you would think being an impossible-to-kill force of nature would boost his confidence a bit, but isn't that what anxiety does to you? It undermines your sense of self-worth and magnifies the problems around you.
Sure, but Courage is also fighting gods just as powerful as himself. Like this enormous alien which could spike
What the?
meteors
What is
and
that, bro?
spun the Earth 1,000
You have to watch the show when you're high, otherwise it'll make sense.
Courage got shot out of a cannon that punched him through the moon, only to get slapped by that same alien and sent
Look how stupid he
back
looked.
to the planet, and he was fine.
Courage is strong enough to physically patch up holes in the ozone layer, hold stars in his hands, and scream so loud he shattered the sun.
A scream like that would be like getting hit with over 100 septillion hydrogen bombs all at once, which is, you know, a lot.
And keep in mind, the sound waves of his scream would have had to travel through the near vacuum of space. Basically a complete scientific impossibility.
Next time you replace my beers in the fridge with LaCroix, I'm getting my boy Jack Spaniels to blow up the sun. You've been warned.
That's not all. One time he operated a Peloton controlling a UFO and pedaled it fast enough to fly past Saturn, enter hyperspace, and cross the Milky Way galaxy.
Though Courage's greatest challenge came from inside his very home. A monster who tortures his poor pooch every
The grandpa,
single
yeah, I
day.
know. The guy's such an
A
asshole.
depraved, psychotic motherfucker. The true prince of darkness. The greatest villain in cartoon history. Eustace.
That son of a
Collected
bitch.
all of Courage's greatest foes like a legion of doom, all to mercilessly beat Courage to a pulp in a game of dodgeball.
It gives all rednecks a bad name, Wiz. I want to end him. Low.
Okay, well, Courage's accumulated PTSD always held him back until he met a kindred spirit, another cowardly monster hunting hound. Scooby-Doo.
I love that
I
crossover.
remember him.
Love
Together,
it.
they discover the source of Nowhere's weirdness, a dark matter meteor.
It
that
just makes so much
controls
sense. It had to, you know?
reality Itself.
Originally the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs, its dark matter can rewrite the laws of physics, control minds, and turn Courage into a giant kaiju.
Taking the meteor for himself, Courage finally faced his fears, defeating this cicada queen goddess thing and saving his family once and for all. Yes, even Eustace.
Shit!
So let that be a lesson to any who would encroach upon the Bag's humble farm. It has a protector.
He may be small, and he may be scared, but standing up to our fears is what makes us brave in the first place. That's why his name is Courage.
Exactly, right? Courage isn't the absence of fear, it is the presence of it, but just overcoming fear. That's what courage is. So what would I say? I don't know, man. I'm leaning a lot towards Courage, even though they both have godly feats. And this is always going to happen, like back when we did Popeye versus Saitama. Popeye won because he once again had hammer space. So basically anyone who has hammer space, same thing with SpongeBob. Hammer space, right? Aquaman didn't stand a chance. But see, the problem is we now have an unstoppable force and an immovable object, right? So now, this is really tough because I don't know who the fuck's going to win. You know what I'm saying? They both are absolute pussies. They get scared over the smallest things, even their own shadow, right? But they have so many feats that you just can't overlook it. You know what I'm saying? They both, I don't know, dude. I'm gonna go with my gut and just say Courage for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it. It's my gut. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a dog battle! Oh, God, when I say it like that, it sounds...
Right, it does sound weird. Alright, we're gonna have to put it on Courage, alright? Fucking take my money.
Ariel! Maggie!
That's not even far-fetched. You'll find shit like that in the show. Like it's not even exaggerated. Animation gets better every time. Nice. You got a long tail, might as well use it, you know what I'm saying? Holy fucking shit. You know what? Oh, we're doing this again? Yeah. You always have to do that in every single horror trope. You can make notes how good this animation is. It's good, right? That was by far the worst.
How to defeat a Great Dane with a speech impediment, eh? You twit.
Twat. Oh no. Not the universe-ending move. Oh yeah, everyone who licks it will like disintegrate or something, right? Except for Courage, because he's like a goat. Oh, but the chest full of demons, that too. Uh-oh. Oh shit.
This could be bad. My name isn't Chad James. And it's not.
Well, Courage can get jacked too, you know what I'm saying? This is like some Asura's Wrath shit, you know what I'm saying? That's weird from Asura's Wrath. Nice. Then that's what I call a war cry, you know what I'm saying? Put a Viking to shame, you know what I'm saying? That's how it always ends, you know? Just no. Of course it's that son of a bitch.
What's her? Well, ow. Ow, cut it out.
Oh, they fucked him up. He deserved it, son of a bitch.
I hate that stupid dog.
It's a tie? The fuck?
Wait, what? Who won?
Wiz, as happy as I am to avoid on-screen dog murder, wasn't one of them supposed to die?
Not since the Great North Central Singularity event of 2015 have we had a result like
Huh?
this. It can't end like this, right?
Even with Courage's insane cosmic feat,
Well, this is new.
you'd think the Zabrinsky Triangle would be enough to seal the deal. But both pooches could regenerate from basically...
Right? Like I said, hammer space was a hammer space.
Both were incredibly smart in different ways. Scooby was more of a trickster with his dupes, while Courage was a scheming genius. Computer could have given Courage the edge, if not for their canon crossover, where it failed to have solid information on Scooby and the gang.
So I guess it came down to their unique abilities. And for 90% of their arsenals, they were evenly matched. Transmutation, mind control, you get it. They're tunes with basically anything, except for the Chest of Demons and the Dark Matter Meteor.
That was their trump
Sure,
card,
the
you know what I'm saying?
chest could theoretically always trap Courage, but he'd always be able to escape
Because of his
destroying
dark matter
the
ball.
Dark matter meteor.
But Scooby could repair the damage by reversing time and then trap him again.
And then Courage
Endless
would break
cycle,
out
yeah.
again,
Impossible,
killer
yeah.
system.
Ultimately, this battle between man's best friends would never end.
But this is a death battle. Somebody has to.
It was
stop.
Eustace, he died.
Someone did,
Yeah.
Liz. Someone
Nice.
did.
Anybody tell you that you're kind of scary sometimes?
I don't like dog killers.
Scooby and Courage were incredibly tough opponents that could go blow for blow for blow. They were smart, powerful, and incredibly broken.
Doggone it, Wiz. I guess you could say Eustace had one hell of a rough day. I shih tzu not. Oh, oof.
Damn it,
Those were
Boomstick.
awful.
Oh, fuck you.
This battle is a
Oh my god, that never happened. In every single death battle I watched, there was never been a draw. Never, ever, ever has there ever been a draw. Well, I mean, they didn't mention they did one before, back in 2015. I didn't watch that one. But this is the first one in my life, in my viewing experience, that I saw it be a draw. So I don't lose any money. I was shit. I mean, I was under the impression that it's a death battle, right? Someone has to die, right? Thank God it was Eustace, because that motherfucker can burn in hell. Oh shit. Oh, I guess everyone wins then. Yeah. Scooby's good. Courage is good. I just knew it. Damn. Even though I bet on Courage, but you know, like I knew, like, literally unstoppable force, immovable object. It's gonna end in a stalemate. It's gonna be legit zero, neutral. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. I've never seen that happen. I've never seen that happen before. I've never seen a draw before in Death Battle. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm pretty speechless right now. I mean, this never fucking happens. Like, think of all of the people who have fought in Death Battle, the absolute badasses, god killers. It never ended in a draw. But these two cartoon dogs, that's life, right? I mean, it's so fucking weird. To think that these two dogs, if they fought each other, end in a draw. Oh my god. That is crazy. Unexpected, but makes sense, right? They're both literal deities. You know what I'm saying? You can't fuck with it. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know what to say. That was awesome. It was breathtaking. Yeah, animation was great. It's probably one of the better death battles because it ended in a draw. It's unique because of that. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Okay. Well, that was Courage versus Scooby-Doo, and the winner is no one. The winner is us. We won because we don't get to see either of our favorite canine companions get sliced up. So I guess we win in the end. You know what I'm saying? It ends in a fucking nice handshake. You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's good. That's good. That's pretty much it. Shit.